Question: who wants to hear about some bare bones recipes for this month, July? Back in a couple. Hi, this is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. How you doing today? Hope that this video finds everybody, as always, doing well. If you are brand new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are a veteran here, a sincere and humble thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're just dropping by to say hello, hi. Hope one day you stick around. We're getting towards the end of the month. We passed the 15th. And many of you can relate to this. I can relate to it. I have to watch my pennies like anybody else does. So here are a couple of ideas that have been tried and true that I have used. But before I do that, I definitely need a little swig of water. It's very hot. How about by you? Very humid. We had a lot of rain, just humidity. It's just, this is the time of the summer I dislike. I like hot and dry, but I do not care for humidity. Just saying, just saying. You can see my wet just from the shower here. Sorry about that, but that's the best time to function. Now, before I get into mine, I would like to invite you to please add some of your own very helpful, minimal ingredient type of recipes to the comment section below to help others during this time of the month. From this point on, it could be a little hairy and scary. Just saying, just saying. Okay, let's get right over to it. This one is actually a method more than anything else, but I'm going to give you a specific recipe. I don't even want to call it a recipe because it's too simple, but it's something I personally enjoy any time of the year. And because I'm using a convenient ingredient, I'm not sweating over a hot stove. You know what I'm saying? But I do like a hot meal, even on a hot day. Anyone else can relate to that? If you don't like that and you prefer cold meals and cold salads, please enter some of those recipes in the description, not the description box, but in the comment section below. But here's the method I like to use. I like to take a prepared can of something, for example, and toss in another something. Now, this is the cheapest, fastest, very nutritious. And if you're not a meat person, for example, fine. And even if you are a meat person, you could take a little break from the meat. Here we go. This is what I like to do. Get 1 can of Progresso lentil soup, the one that says that's marked classic. Okay. Then add a cup of cooked rice to that. Now, that's it. Done. What? Done. Everything else is in the soup. You're adding rice to fill it up a little more and to fortify it. And that makes a complete protein, by the way. The lentils with the starchiness of the rice. You have a complete protein right there. Just saying, just saying. And it is fast, delicious. But if you want to jazz that up to maybe 3 ingredients, take an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, of which you sauteed a little bit, not a lot, a little bit of fresh onion, and you can add that to the soup before you add the rice. But it's not necessary. It just gives it a little more of a brightness. But if you're really like bare bones, you could forego that 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Not necessary. But try those 2 together. Now, if you're not a fan of lentil soup, that's okay. Get a can of your favorite soup. Either add rice or pasta or leftover meat. Doesn't have to be a lot of meat. It could be just a little bit. And you got yourself a full meal. Now, the next thing I want to mention to you is, I don't know, a couple of months back, I had created a really easy way to make my version of cornbread. I don't like having to sweat over things. It's the summer. Just saying. Actually, in the winter, I like to make this too, so can't lie to you. Excuse me, please. So this is another meal idea. You're going to try to make my version of cornbread. See if you like it. It's very inexpensive. 1 box of Jiffy corn muffin mix. That's all you're going to need. 2 eggs, 1/3 cup of milk. Grease loaf pan. Grease a loaf pan like you make a loaf cake with. Okay? Preheat oven, 350. 18 minutes. Done. It is so freaking good. I'm telling you, it is so inexpensive. I mean, what do you really buy in a box of Jiffy corn mix? 9 out of 10, you probably have the eggs and the milk already at home. So have that, but on the side, have some sort of green leafy vegetable, or let's say chicken drumsticks on the side. And if you want something else, that's totally up to you. But I'm trying to keep your meal simple so that it's less expensive. But you're not bumming out on nutrition, and you're not bumming out on flavor. So I did create a video about that cornbread thing. So I'm going to link that up in the description box below. Also in the pinned comments below, because I find that's very easy for people to find. Next, this is so good, so delicious. If you have a bag of French fries and you have a dozen eggs, pretty much you're in business. Okay. I like to air fry practically my whole life away. But I like to air fry, let's say frozen, let's say crinkle cut potatoes. It doesn't have to be crinkle cut. It could be anything you want. But frozen fries, I like to air fry them for about, 9 to 11 minutes. Seems to work with me. Put a little nonstick spray if you want. You put a dash of salt on it. While that's happening, I am getting ready to scramble. I'm beating up an egg, okay? Then I put the flame on low on my stove. And then I'm waiting to my egg mixture. I'm entering into my egg mixture some onion powder. You may want onion powder. You may want garlic powder. You may want to add Parmesan cheese, whatever you like. Parsley flakes, whatever you like, okay? But the onion, definitely you should add either real onion or onion powder or onion flakes, because this combo is fantastic. When those fries are done, cut them into maybe segments of 3. Throw all of that and scramble it together with your eggs. Put that on top of a roll with a pinch of ketchup or more if you like ketchup, or none if you don't. You're done. Complete meal. Have that with a piece of fruit, like an orange on the side. Yum! You will not feel hungry and you will not feel deprived. And you get to do it again later on in the week if you need to make it again. Let's say you make it on a Monday and your funds are even lower, but you still have a whole bunch of French fries in the freezer and still a whole bunch of eggs left in your refrigerator. You are good to go. Next, cream of broccoli soup. This is one of my favorite things to do, okay? You could get like the chopped broccoli, the frozen one. I recommend the blocks of the broccoli. You could get like the chopped broccoli, or you can get the, what do you call that? The spears, or you could get the florets, whatever one you like. I find the smaller the pieces, the easier to work with. So having said that, what you're going to do is going to defrost it, and you're going to boil it, cook it, drain it, put it in your blender with either some milk and butter or half and half with butter to taste and consistency that you like, with a pinch of salt and a pinch of garlic powder. Put that in a whirl in your blender. Oh my gosh, it is so delicious. Put it back in your saucepan. Heat until you feel that it is the same kind of heat that you like. Heat it to the way to taste. Let me tell you something. I used to go to a beautiful restaurant in a place in New Jersey called West New York, New Jersey. Don't ask. It is a crazy name of a place. But there's a strip of blocks there that had fantastic restaurants. And one day I went into this place back in the day. I think it was called Cafe 69. I'm not positive, okay? Used to go into that place. All right. I would order that. my husband and I, we do that all the time. We're like, can you please tell me something? How did you make this? We had the nerve to ask how this was made. And pretty much that's the recipe that was handed to us from a restaurant. And I had quality restaurant food that I could make at home anytime I want without having to go over to West New York, New Jersey. Just thought I'd share it with you. It's so inexpensive. Block of frozen broccoli. Probably you could do that method with cauliflower, but with the broccoli, it's so pretty, you know. So you get the broccoli to your taste, half and half, or milk, whatever you have on hand. A little bit of butter, garlic powder or garlic salt. And if you do garlic powder, then you put your own little bit of salt to taste. Whirl that in your blender. The easiest way to do a cream of, I'm telling you. Throw it back in your saucepan on the stove, whatever way you're heating it up. You will love it. You will thank me. And if you try it, please get back to me on this comment thread and let me know. I am positive you're going to like this. Let me see. This is about method again. Take a very inexpensive item, let's say like baked potato, and load it up with whatever you enjoy that you have after it is cooked. Put the split in there. Maybe you want to hollow it out and mash it. Hollow it out, mash it. Put the mashed potatoes back into your baked potato skin because the skin is very nutritious. So don't not eat it. It's good for you. Put it back in with your added ingredients. Maybe have a little bit of sour cream in there, whatever. Put it back in the oven or whatever for a few minutes. Take it out. That whole thing is a meal. If you want, put a couple of sliced tomatoes or sliced oranges on the side and you are good to go. Bare bones doesn't have to be desperate food. Bare bones doesn't have to be not tasty food. Bare bones means that you're making the best out of what you have. And if you don't have it, the ingredients are still inexpensive enough, hopefully, that can be affordable. So check it out. Think about it, try it, and I know you're going to thank me in the future. Okay, deal. In the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Thank you so much for viewing. Why? Because I really do appreciate who? You. Don't forget to come back in the future for some more tips and tricks. I'll be back tomorrow morning about 5 a.m. for Money Monday. Have a great day, everybody. Take good care. Bye-bye.